Hey, 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 this is Jay with Jay Speak Your Truth. It's week 4 of Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, September 2024. Can you believe you have seen me for 4 weeks straight every week? Sorry my video is late this week. I'm traveling, so had to improvise and take time out to make this video because it's, again, week 4, so I wanted to make sure I come on and do my closing. First, I would like to thank you guys for watching my videos, following my channel. Jeez, I can't talk. My brain is all over the world. But anyway, I'm grateful for you guys and for your support thus far. I hope you continue to follow my channel. Next week, we'll talk about something else. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and dive in to week 4, which is breaking down barriers in suicide prevention. As I've said many times, suicide affects everyone. Suicide does not discriminate. It doesn't matter who you are, age, race, gender, social status, your background. It does not matter. Man, woman, boy, girl. Again, it does not matter and it does not discriminate. We all deal with suicide. Everyone is open to dealing with suicide. This is a public health issue that requires attention from all sectors of society. Everyone should tap in and be aware of the possibility of either ourselves dealing with it or someone we know having to deal with suicide, being affected by suicide. Again, whether you're young or old, wealthy or struggling financially, urban or rural areas, educated, uneducated, it doesn't matter. This fact underscores that mental health struggles are bound by social or economic statuses, race, or other internal factors. Mental illness, depression, and anxiety are conditions that anyone can experience, making it important to recognize that we all are vulnerable. So, if you're already dealing with some of those stress factors that I just mentioned, and that's just some, it's not all. If you're already dealing with that, or those, multiple, because it doesn't have to be just one. It can be more than one. So if you're dealing with those, suicide is easier to creep into your mind, creep into your life, because you're dealing with stress. Right? You're dealing with mental health concerns, issues. You're dealing with financial issues. You're dealing with identity crisis. So you're already dealing with this stuff. Society doesn't make it easy. Society, in fact, makes it even harder to deal with these things because we have people and things around us all the time that it's always coming to us, always in our ear, in our mind, where we're always feeling judged or feeling that we have to keep up with something or someone. And it's just a struggle in general. So on top of me trying to figure out how am I going to handle things at work, or how am I going to handle my family, or how am I going to pay my bills, or how am I going to do this and do that, it becomes overbearing and you don't know what to do, where to turn to. And sometimes when you are dealing with these things in life, it makes you feel like suicide is the answer. It's the best way. It's the better way. And it's not. It really isn't. Again, please make sure that you seek help whenever you feel or you think about contemplating suicide. If you know someone who is contemplating suicide, please reach out. Reach out to them. Communicate with them. Don't leave them hanging. Don't leave them out to figure it out on their own. Communicate. Reach out to them. It is so important. You could be the one to save a life. You could be that one. A simple hello, a simple conversation, a simple smile, a gesture, anything. Excuse me. Please reach out. Say something. If you hear something, see something, say something. Reach out. Let that person know. Let someone know that you're listening and that you care. Again, we listen to hear and to understand, not to respond. Some data on suicide rates across the demographics. In the U.S., the overall suicide rate has increased by 33% between 1999 and 2019. Different age groups and demographics are affected in various ways. For example, youth, young adults, ages 10 through 24, suicide is the second leading cause of death for this age group. Ages 10 through 24. Suicide is the second leading cause of death in this age group. That's too much, too many, too often. We have to make sure that we reach out and we are there for our young adults, our teens, our kids. We have to let them know that they have a voice and we're listening and we care. It is so important. We have to let them know that we are listening. We care. Their voice is being heard. And that things can change. They're too young to make a permanent decision for a temporary situation. So we have to let them know that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to talk to someone. It's okay to seek help. It's okay to take medicine if you have to. Whatever it is to save them, to save their life, it is okay to take those measures. It is okay. Please. Middle-aged adults, age 45 to 64, particularly men, have some of the highest rates of suicide. Men, yes, our young men, our older men, they struggle too. They have the weight of the world on their shoulders. There is so much put on them. You have to be a good person. You have to be a good father. You have to provide. You have to do this right. You have to do that right. Sometimes men just need someone that they can depend on. They need someone to listen without judgment, someone to support them, someone to love them in their right and in their wrong, someone who won't just point fingers and point the blame at them. They are also human beings who need to be loved and understood. So men have some of the highest rates of suicide. They're not always strong. They need someone just as well as any other person, right? Female, young or old. Older, it's hard for them too. Sorry, it's a piece of hair that's in my face. Elderly, ages 75 and older adults have increased isolation, health issues, or grief, all which can cause the risk of suicide. That is a lot. You're older, and now you can't do things as much as you want, right? You're not able to go out. You're not able to provide for your family, possibly. You're not, and this could be male or female. It doesn't necessarily have to be one or the other. It could be both, right? You're used to having to provide. You're used to being the sole provider. You are been married, been with a loved one, a companion for many of years, and you have to deal with the grief because he or she has passed on. That's a major loss for you. A loss of a child, loss of a loved one, just grief in general is a lot. And that is, to me, one of the things that really brings suicide close, brings it home. Because I'm grieving, I can't figure out how I can go on without this person, without this loved one. I'm down and I'm depressed and I have anxiety and I'm isolating myself from family and friends, the community, work. And that's regardless what your age is, right? Grief, it just pops up on you like a thief in the night. You feel it when you are least expect it. It can be a word, a song, a movement. It doesn't matter. It just comes and it hits you like a ton of bricks. And it takes a lot to be able to deal with all of those emotions. So suicide is a way out. It's a thought. It's a process. Minority groups. The rates among racial and ethnical minority groups are often underreported, but have been rising, especially among Native Americans, Black, and Hispanic populations. Society, again, is not our friend. We have so much that we have to deal with. So we just have to make sure that we let others know that there is answers, there is hope, there's a way out, there is help. We have to be that voice. We have to be someone that people can feel that they're comfortable going to, and they can speak to you without being judged. This is a serious matter, and we have to know that there is help out here, and we can be that help. You don't have to be a professional. You just have to listen, understand, care, and have compassion. Listen for keywords. I've spoken about that in my other video. Listen for keywords. Understand the warning signs. Look for the difference in that person, especially if you know them. Isolation, depression, sleeping all the time, lack of sleep, constantly moving, no longer wanting to be involved in activities, certain words that they say. Listen, those are signs. Pay attention. Listen to hear and not to respond. Listen so you can understand what they're saying. Listen with your heart and your ears. Again, I said a couple of weeks ago, may have been last week, that there's a stigma around mental health. Many communities face deep-seated stigmas when it comes to mental health and suicide. These stigmas can discourage individuals from admitting they are struggling or seeking help. In certain cultural or religious communities, mental health struggles are viewed as personal failings or moral weaknesses. People may be told to pray it away, or that they're being punished for something. You just need a job. Go out and do something. Change. It's not that serious. You'll get over it. All of those. We have to stop with that. When a person is showing you signs or communicating signs to you, listen. Pay attention. Don't push it off. Don't tell them to pray it away. Pray, yes, but also pry. Ask questions. Find out what it is that they're going through. Dig deeper. Be there for them. Follow up, Follow up with conversations. I told you before, Google has inspiration quotes that you can send if you don't know what to say. Google something. Inspiration for a friend who's going through a bad time or hard time, challenging time, whatever you want. Just Google it. They'll give you the right words to say. It's easy. And then follow up with them throughout the day. Hey, just checking back in on you. Something simple. It doesn't take a lot. Again, we have to be the one to make a difference. We can save someone's life. We could save someone's life. Don't ever think that you can't, because we can. Men often face additional pressure, where society expectations demand they show strength and never admit to emotional struggles. In these cultures, asking for help can be seen as weak or unmanly. Again, we think that, well, he's a man, he can get over it, and he just need to find a job, and he needs this, or he shouldn't have talked to her anyway, or she should have left him. Whatever the situation is, we always want to blame the man, right? We want to blame the man, and sometimes we do need to blame the man, but sometimes we also need to make sure that we listen to them. We want to make sure that they are heard, whatever the situation is, whether they are right or they are wrong. We need to listen to them, because you never know what they can be going through. There are men who have a deep connection to their family, their parents, their grandparents, their kids, just family in general. They have a deep connection with anything or anyone they come in contact with. So that loss of them physically, emotionally, whatever it is, it can bother them, right? And if they feel like they have to always be strong and they don't have anyone to talk to, who's going to help the helper type thing, or who's going to be there to support them? Because if I go to my brother, or if I go to my sister, or if I go to my best friend, or whomever, if I go to my wife, whoever it may be, and I let them know how I feel, they're going to look at me as unmanly. They're going to look at me as weak. We need to stop beating down our men, regardless of what the situation is, and learn to uplift more. They are our future, just like our kids are. We need them, just like they need us. And it's the same thing with the females. If you have a younger sister or auntie or whomever, and she's going through and she's always strong, don't beat her down. Don't make her feel like because you're crying or because you're showing a sign of weakness that you are weak or something is wrong with you. Listen and encourage. Be there to support. Let them know that there's no judgment. There's a judgment-free zone. Whatever you feel like you need to talk about, whatever you feel like you need to do, come to me and it's judge-free, right? Let them know that this is totally a judge-free zone, because many individuals fear speaking out of how they feel, because they will be judged, labeled, or shamed if they admit that they are struggling with suicidal thoughts, health issues, or anything else. They might fear being seen as crazy, unstable, or unfit for their roles in work or in their family. And you know as well as I do, we are quick to say, dang, he must be crazy. We have to stop using that term, because we don't know what people are going through. We really don't. And we need to be more vigilant, more aware of what we're saying about people and to people. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, right? So we have to just make sure that we are focused and all of that. So there are many resources out that we have to be aware of. Again, 988, you can text or call anytime, 24/7. 988, call or text anytime. We need to look for local areas, local resources in your area. It's easy. Google is your best friend. Check it out. Unfortunately, this video has not been 30 minutes, which is totally fine. Like I said in my last video last week, I had a major loss. So I wanted to still show up for you guys, because that's what I said. That's my word. That's my promise. I did lose a friend who was near and dear to me, known for many, many years. It was not due to suicide. It was due to a heartbreak. And that has hurt the community that he is from, family and friends alike. So, my last week here, this video now, may seem a little off or short, and that is totally why, excuse me. But life goes on, and we have to remember our loved ones for who they are, and we need to know that we can be there for our loved ones, regardless of what situation that they're going through. And this, I keep saying it's a piece of hair. We definitely have to make ourselves available. Please, by all means necessary, make yourself available. Let your family and friends know that you are here for them, no matter what they're going through. Continue to encourage them. Again, be a listening ear. Open your heart and your mind and listen to hear and understand with the open heart and compassion. Don't listen to respond. Again, I am grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. This is week 4, the final week of Suicide Prevention Awareness Month for the month of September 2024. If you or someone you know are struggling with suicide, please feel free to reach out to me. I am here to assist you. I am here to help you. I am here to provide any type of resource that you may need, or family member. Excuse me, I cut myself off. You can contact me by commenting below and let me know. And I will be more than as happy to assist you. I wish you all a wonderful remaining of the week. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you again next week. I have to see what I'm going to talk about. So, if you guys watch my video and you have something that you want me to talk about next month, next week, next Tuesday, put it in the comments. Let me know. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk together. Tell me what you want to talk about, and let me know if you want to come on and talk with me. We can go live, or we can figure out another way to record and have a conversation. I love that. But until next time, take care of yourselves. Watch out for someone. Be sure to listen for the warning signs, because you never know. You could be the one to save a life. Okay? I love you guys. Take care.